Hi everyone, Carol is excited to share what I have picked up for lesson 11. That is about stock market divination and also about whether a person is telling the truth or not. So let's talk about the stock market divination. It is something very similar to what we have learned for lesson 9 and 10, that is actually to zoom in to look at specific key reference. Similarly, the answer box and the askers may not be the focus when we do stock market divination. Yeah, so for stock market divination, we just zoom in to look at the view door Jingmen, because that is the key reference for the stock market overview scenario. We look at the traders, the buyers of the stocks, then we have to look at the hour stamp. And also similarly, you want to know whether your stock is making money. If you are making any profits, remember we are looking at the Senmen, the live door. Yeah, and you want to look at whether the money flow within the stock market. You still remember we look at the Wu as the money representation. So when we do the stock market divination, in fact, you don't really have to bother about looking at the answer and the asker. Just focus, zoom in and look at the 4 key reference: the Jingmen, the view door, the hour stamp, the profit, which is represented by the live door Senmen, and the money flow represented by the Wu. Yeah. So in any scenario, if there are any clashes amongst all the key references itself, then it will actually tells us whether if the stock market is doing well or not. Yeah. So very straightforward and very simple divination. Just focus on the 4 key reference and we'll be able to get a good analysis of what is happening in the stock market. Yeah, but I think what is important is the divination for doing stock market actually is an analysis of the outcome that would help us to look at the projected 6 to 12 months down the road. Yeah, and if you are looking at cryptocurrency, you are looking at forex, then this divination to do stock market is actually not applicable. Yeah, so using the stock market divination is only used for specific indexes and stock markets that people don't do any insider trading, don't do any manipulation of the market itself. Yeah, so moving on for lesson 11, Grandmaster taught us something very interesting. You may want to actually listen a little bit more, because that divination actually teach us about whether the person is telling a lie or not. So very simple, we just need to zoom in to look at 2 key reference, which is the view door Jingmen and Ding. Yeah, and also focus on the message or information that we get based on these 2 references. So usually we run this divination to confirm whether a person is lying or the information is real or fake. It's actually very intuitive, because you would know that something is not right and you just want to do this divination to confirm whether there are any untruth. So using the key reference of Jingmen and Ding, there are actually a total of 8 combinations to help us determine whether a person is lying or not. So usually if you only look at one combination itself, you probably would be at a 50% kind of thing, whether there are certain unsureness there. Yeah, but if you happen to run a chart and you see there are 2 signals, high chance at 80% the person is lying. And if you get 3 or 4 signals within a chart, then confirm this person is lying or the information is untrue. So coming to what are the 8 combinations that we are looking at. First, if you look at 景门 and think with a 空, the emptiness, it tells us that this person is dishonest. So it is either a 景门 or think plus emptiness. It tells us about the person being dishonest. The second combination that we are looking at is 景门 or think with 九天 ninth heaven. Then we can confirm that that person is lying. So if we look at 景门 or think with the black tortoise, the 宣武, then we know that there are certain fabricated or false information that is provided to us. And the fourth combination, if we look at 景门 or think with 天瑞, problem star, then we know that the information or message that is actually provided to us is actually questionable. Yeah, this divination about trust and truth, we can use it independently, but at the same time, you can also use it in an integrative manner, whereby it can actually be combined to interpret different scenarios in relationship, in business investment per se. Yeah, so I think learning with the different interpretation of different topics itself, it does actually help us to handle the more complicated case studies when times to come, because things don't come to us so straightforward. You may want to actually add additional layers of your analysis to help us get clearer or sharper answers. So one aspect of it is actually to see whether if what has been presented to us is truth, then we can actually integrate this analysis about a person telling trust and truth into our key questions that was presented to us. Yeah, so I think this lesson 11, what struck me most is actually this thing about telling truth or lie. I think this is actually a very important skill set for us to be more discerning in approaching with people or interpreting the different answers when we are helping the client when in times to come. Okay, till then everyone, thank you for listening in.